Hey everyone, I'm Allison.
I'm Bryce.
And we're Better Half Reviews. And today we're talking about the Kickstarter game, Guns or Treasure. This is designed by Bryce Brown, and the art is by Paul Vermeesh, and it's published by Castillo Games.
In Guns or Treasure, you're taking on the role of a pirate, and you're building out your fleet to become the richest pirate. So you take some ship cards, you choose to fill them with either guns or treasure, and you hope that you have enough guns to beat your opponents.
So you play this in a couple different rounds, and like he said, you're building up your fleet. Everybody's doing that simultaneously, picking a couple cards to put down. You can make as many ships as you want, but to complete a ship, the cool thing about these cards, so there's a front, obviously, and it has like the treasure, guns, or bombs. Those are something else we'll talk about later. But the back side of the cards are the back ends of the ship. So you match it together, and you have started a ship. You can start layering on more cards to make it a bigger ship, which could or could not be good for you. But yeah, so you're making your ships. You can make as many ships as you want to, but each round you only get 12 cards.
So once you've built out your fleet, whether you have one ship or 6 ships, because you need at least 2 cards to make a complete ship, now starts the marauding phase. So the current player will choose a ship and attack another player with that ship. The ship with the most guns on it will win all the treasures of both ships. However, there are some cards with bombs. Bombs destroy everything.
Both ships. They just go away. No treasure, no guns, just gone.
So if you attack a ship with a bomb, or the ship you're attacking with has a bomb, no one's going to win. Everybody dies.
So you go around, and every person has to attack for their first turn. After that, you can choose to pass. So say I have like a really big ship, and I only have a couple guns in there, but I put a ton of treasure. I can choose to pass and retreat that ship and automatically bank all that treasure without having to risk losing it in case I don't win against an attack. So again, you have to attack for your first time. After that, you can choose to retreat any one of your ships. And then you go around till all the ships are either destroyed or retreated.
So once all the ships have been destroyed or retreated, everybody counts up their treasure cards. Player with the most treasure points wins the round.
So if this is your first game or two, they recommend not using the captain's cards. But if you've played it a couple times, throw in those captain cards for some asymmetric abilities for each player. And it has an A and B side. So if you are the winner of the round, you take your captain card and you flip it over to the B side, which will give you a slightly different ability. If you win again with your card flipped over, so if you win again with the captain side on B, you are the winner of the game. Along with this game, there's also several different variants you can add in to change up your game depending on who you're playing with, or if you want to make it a little bit more complicated, shorter or longer. Lots of different ways to try out Guns or Treasure.
So, what are your thoughts about the game?
Well, I want to talk about the look of it first.
Okay.
I really do like the art by Paul Vermeesh. Like, it's simple and distinctive, but like very inviting, like all the different colors and everything. So I like how the game looks, and I love what they did with the cards, where I can have the front of the card, and then you flip it over to hide your stuff, and you can make a ship. And the art is very easy to kind of see like where to match it up. And I love making big long boats or whatever, like making it like 6 long. It just looks really cool.
Yeah, I think that's a really cool thing that no matter how many cards you can add, and I can't hold it up very well to match it, but no matter how many cards you can add, it makes this one really long ship and it looks really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that, the front has the front of the boat, and then the back where you're hiding all the treasure or your attack is just matches up just perfectly with it.
Yeah,
I
so
really cool.
I like the art and then the graphic design for it. Very, very well done. So what do you think about the gameplay?
The gameplay, while it is fairly light, I do like... That's not really social deduction, but I do like that kind of hidden, kind of deceiving aspect to it. So
He's a lawyer. I'm just kidding.
You have, maybe a ship with 5 cards face down, and you're like, well, there's only one treasure showing. What's so valuable about that ship? Maybe I should attack it. Maybe it has a ton of treasure. Or maybe I shouldn't attack it because it has a ton of guns behind it. Or maybe it's a decoy and has a bomb.
Yeah, there's some nuances to it depending on like who you're playing with. Like, there's one time where I put like I had a really big long ship, and people are like, "Okay, that's gonna be like way too good of a ship," and then they just come over and blow it up, and I'm like, "Thanks."
Or you make a big long ship like that, and you put a bomb in the middle, and people are thinking, there's gonna be lots of treasure in that ship, I bet. And then you just blow everything up.
Yep. So I feel like it is a lighter game, and I like that it's just, easy to table, and I feel like it's really good for families or just people who haven't really played too many games. Like, they just want to play something light, like gateway-ish. This is super easy to get to the table. Like, you can play multiple rounds, multiple games in just a short amount of time.
Yeah, it's a very quick game. Like I said, very light, but there can be a lot of fun, especially depending on who you're playing with.
Mm-hmm. And I think the more you play it, the more interesting it gets. With like, as you're like, okay, what if I make a really tiny ship and just go over and destroy something? Or there's one round where the other day we played, and I made 2 big ships and 1 tiny ship, and my 2 big ships had full of treasure, and each of them had a bomb. Because I was like, okay, I'll attack with my little one, and maybe the next 2 rounds, if I'm still around, I'll try to retreat those, and I can just bank a ton of treasure. But if someone comes and attacks me so I can't bank it, no one gets it. So if I don't get my treasure, ain't nobody gonna get it.
Or you do something like that where you have 2 really long ships, and then you have 1 little ship that has the bomb on it.
Mm-hmm.
And so people are like, oh, that has to have a bomb on it. And they won't attack you, but you can still go and like destroy someone's big ship.
Yeah, so there's lots of different ways that you can kind of like think around it and play it, and there's lots of different variations to change up the game.
Or build a whole bunch of small, just 2-card ships.
Oh, I
so
hate
you have
that.
like 6 ships, and it's like, does one of them have a bomb? What does it mean that one has, a 1 attack showing or a 5 treasure showing?
Yep. So, do you have any cons to the game?
I don't know if I have any cons necessarily. Just that this game isn't very heavy, and I don't see us really playing, like, if we have a big group of, dedicated gamers really pulling this out for that type of situation.
I could see it as like a good filler game in between stuff. So I mean, I could use it for a filler game or just playing with family and friends. Cons for me, I don't know if I really have any. I feel like it's good for what it is. Like, don't expect like super heavy strategy and deep thinking and all that. No, it's just fun and light and enjoyable. So again, this is Guns or Treasure. It is a Kickstarter, so this is obviously a prototype. So not all the components are final. Some of the abilities may change from what we have to the final copy. And there's probably going to be some reveals coming in the Kickstarter campaign itself. If you're interested in backing it or looking for more information, we'll put a link in the description down below.
So, that has been another review by us, Better Half Reviews. I'm Bryce.
I'm Allison. Happy gaming.
Have fun. Arr.
Dang, I was totally going to do that. Arr.
She's my matey.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
To September 19th because that is Talk Like a Pirate Day. I feel like they maybe missed the mark to like launch this in September.
And we're Better Half Reviews.